What's up guys, today we're taking a look at the CoolerMaster V850 Gold SFX PSU. Oof, I got that right. Few weeks back, burnt rubber smell came out of my old PSU, an EVGA Supernova 650 GM, and it turns out one of the VGA cables started melting at the PSU end. The PSU seemed to work just fine, so if it wasn't for the cable, just so you know, 650 watts worked pretty solid with the Ryzen 5900X and an NVIDIA 3080. According to wattage calculators online, my PC would need around 550 watts when in full load, so this proves my point with the 650 watts PSU working just fine for several years. Anyway, the cable got burnt and I needed to get a replacement until this one came back from my warranty from Germany. So I said to myself, let's get a higher wattage PSU if I'm gonna replace it. This is how I got the CoolerMaster V850 Gold, and I think right now is the cheapest PSU you can get at this power. It's right there with the Lianli SP850 SFX PSU, same price, but even though at first I was tempted to go with the Lianli, as I have also a case and the CPU AO from them, after some long research online, be aware I don't recommend to get those PSU, as it seems they have some issue with one of the components that is getting really hot and it melts, making this a potential fire hazard. This is also pointed out by Hardware Busters in his video. When unboxed, we get the user guide, the cables, an SFX to ATX adapter, some screws and some zip ties, which is a nice added bonus. It always surprises me how small the SFX PSUs are, measuring around 10 by 12.5 centimeters. The 850 is rated at 80 plus gold, which means it's pretty effective in providing power in full load. But don't stress too much with this label, as there's not so much difference between gold and platinum ratings, so little it doesn't justify paying a high premium for the latter. The CoolerMaster offers a 10-year warranty, which is more than the 7 years I had with the EVGA, and I think it's the longest warranty offered for a PSU. But they do mention it covers only the PSU itself, not the accessories, so not sure if they would replace it if you would have the same VGA cable issues again like with the EVGA. This is a modular PSU, which means you can connect only the cables you need. You can check if you have the revised version if on the box you have the label that says 100% Japanese capacitors instead of the label mentioning low fan speeds. As far as specs go, from all of these numbers, the one that matters most is the 12V rail that supports the full 850 watts of the PSU, as this is where the highest consumption would be, so it checks also this box. It has a quiet 92mm fan that can slow down or even stop when PC is idling. The fan is an FDB type, meaning fluid dynamic bearing, and it's more silent and is more lubricated than the ball bearing fans in other PSUs. You can see here the typical efficiency and noise generated by the PSU under different scenarios. Indeed, the noise is really low while testing it in idle, and at normal level also while gaming, as the fan is really silent in both cases. But there is some coil whine present, unfortunately, but you may get a unit that does not have this buzzing sound. Mine has it, but is not too intrusive, and you have the gaming sound coming out of the speakers or headphones anyway, so it's not audible in that case, only in a quiet room with the game on. So as you can see, the V880 SFX PSU ticks all the boxes, and I hope it will prove itself also to be reliable, as I don't plan to change PSUs every 3 years. The only downsides I found is the coil whine under load, and that it doesn't have braided cables, and also that the cables are pretty stiff. But in my case it doesn't matter, as the cables are hidden on the right side of my case. Oh, and I almost forgot, the price of the CoolerMaster V880 Gold SFX PSU is around 150 euros, and as a conclusion I think it's a good overall choice right now for the SFX PC builders, as it packs enough power even for the most demanding configurations. Of course, it goes without saying that for the latest CPU and the fastest NVIDIA 4090, the 850 watts is the minimum and is recommended to go beyond with 1000 watts PSU. So that's it for today's video, I hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you found it helpful, you can drop a like and subscribe to help this channel grow. I've been reading all of your comments and I want to say thank you for the kind and encouraging thoughts, as I try providing content that really helps in getting the right tech with all the useful info I would wish to find online easier. So thanks again and see you in the next one.